Hi and welcome to the Leek District Sunday Football League Roundup for Sunday, March the 16th, sponsored by J.W. Howson of Carlton and Rogers Barbershops. Elmos Celtic captured the Staff Sunday Premier Cup when they beat Darcy's from the Pontypridd and District League 2-0 at Norton United. Elmos started off the brighter of the two teams, showing some excellent passing and moving combinations, which left Darcy's chasing shadows for large periods of the first half. Darcy started to get frustrated and were putting in some aggressive challenges, but Elmos, to their credit, didn't respond and continued to play to their own strengths. Nick Ward was sent off for Darcy just before half time, having received his second caution of the game, and 10 men Darcy's went into half time 1-0 down after Mitch Shenton had scored for Elmos. Darcy's rallied at half time, and the 10 men seemed to play better actually as a whole, and were more than a match for Elmos in the second half as they started keeping the ball much better. Both sides had numerous chances to score in the second half, but neither took advantage of the opportunities they created. With 90 minutes having been played, the referee signalled 6 minutes of stoppage time to be added on. Darcy's went all out attack, as you can imagine at this point, seeking an equaliser, but Elmos held firm, soaking up the pressure, and with seconds left on the clock, Matt Anderson broke clear of the Darcy's defence to score the winner. Elmos Celtic are only the second Leek and District Sunday side to win the competition, and the League committee are obviously over the moon with their fantastic achievement. Elmos finished off a fine week to claim all 3 points on Sunday against title rivals Valiant, thanks to a hard-earned 2-1 victory. Elmos took the lead after 20 minutes as a superb free kick from Jamie Poynton left the Valiant goalkeeper with no chance. 10 minutes before half-time, Elmos were awarded a corner that was floated into the box, and it was met by an inspirational standing captain, Drew Bennett, who scored with a thunderous header. It was a typical game of two halves, with Elmos dominating the first half and Valiant coming back at Elmos in the second, taking advantage of the windy conditions. Valiant, 2 goals down, dominated the second half and pulled a going back as Jamie Pope fired the ball into the box from a corner that missed everyone and ended up in the bottom corner of Elmos' net. Inspired by Pope's goal, Valiant continued to pressurise the Elmos defence, but they couldn't find the second goal. They so desperately sought, and Elmos hung on for a vital victory. Club Secretary Tom Bourne said it's been an amazing week, winning the much coveted Staff's Sunday Premier Cup, followed by this solid performance in the league against a very strong Valiant side. In the Howson Cup, a good away performance from Valiant Trogs saw them overcome Waterhouses by 4 goals to 2. A depleted Waterhouses side, starting with influential midfielder Brian Mycock as a centre half, were no match for a well-organised Trog side who spent most of the first half camped inside of the Waterhouses half. Trogs took a 2-goal lead into half-time thanks to goals from Mike Keats after only 8 minutes and Josh Johnson on 22 minutes. Despite this and being 2 goals down, the second half was totally different as Waterhouses grew into the game and started to knock the ball around with their usual passing style. Although Trogs made it 3-0 after only 2 minutes into the second half, thanks to Mitch Cartledge, Waterhouses mounted an inspired comeback. A Jake Binns shot hit the post and Danny Buxton was quickest to react to pull a goal back for Waterhouses. Waterhouses continued to push forward and were rewarded for their efforts as Andrew Barliman was played through on goal with only the keeper to beat. Barliman kept his cool as he rounded the Trogs keeper and fired into an empty net. Trogs at this point were under constant threat from wave after wave of Waterhouse attacks. But Trogs' defence held firm and hit Waterhouses on the counter-attack through Mitch Cartledge, who scored his second of the game to settle the tie and end any hopes Waterhouses had of taking the game into extra time. Now, as a result of this, Trogs faced Leek Snooker Set in the quarter-final of the Cup, and Waterhouses faced an away game against the Railway Inn in the quarter-final of the League Shield. In the other quarter-final, in another quarter-final of the League Shield, it was Wellington who edged out pub teammates Wellington United. That was confusing. I hope we can have the same strip on. In a thrilling tie by 6 goals to 5 to boot their place in the semi-final. Wellington started off the brighter as Errol Nasley netted twice for them within 20 minutes. Just as Wellington were looking comfortable, a moment of madness from their goalkeeper Nick Webster saw him sent off as a result of him bringing down United forward Adam Taylor inside box. Taylor stepped up and comfortably beat Wellington's standing keeper to reduce the deficit. United scored another 2 more goals before half-time thanks to Ricky Barr and Josh Atkins to go into the break 3-2 up. And Wellington manager Luke Ford gave an inspiring half-time tea-talk to rally his teams as he encouraged them to keep going and he believed that they could still win the game even with 10 men. The second half saw 2 quick goals from Lawrence Hagen, one a fabulous free kick that gave the United keeper no chance, and the second a remarkable goal from the halfway line that saw the ball fly over the United keeper and into the back of the net. Hagen got his hat-trick on 70 minutes to make it 5-3, but United frontman Taylor quickly reduced the deficit again as he scored his second of the game. Not to be outdone, Hagen remarkably got his fourth of the game with only 10 minutes left, but United continued to push forward and Atkins got his second of the game for United to make it 6-5. The last few minutes saw both sides create chances, but neither scored, and despite several nervous moments at the back, Wellington ran out eventual winners and booked their place in the semi-finals, where they'll face Biddletown Diamonds. In the Subsidiary Cup Group A clash between Leek Snooker Centre and Biddletown Diamonds, the lads had dropped their first points of the group stage with the score ending 1-1. In an even first half, neither side could have found themselves in front going into the half-time, but it was Biddulph who scored with only 7 minutes left before the break as Jake Faulkner netted. Snooker Centre rallied at half-time and remained in the game throughout the second half, but didn't equalise until the 74th minute as Lee Bailey fired home, giving the Biddulph keeper no chance. The last 16 minutes saw both teams continue to seek the winning goal, but it remained 1-1 at full time. Now the draw means that Biddulph definitely qualify as either winners or runners up, but Snooker Centre can still go top should they beat Wellington by 5 clear goals. And Wellington, for their part, can still finish second should they beat both Snooker Centre and Vale Hoppers. Confused? I am. Anyway, Hare and Kate Strollers picked up a solid 3-1 win over mid-table rivals the Railway to move within 2 points of third and fourth place sides Valiant Trogdon and Wellington respectively. Strollers started the better of the two teams and scored after only 4 minutes with a precise finish from forward Tony Hulse. This shocked Railway and Hulse scored his second on 10 minutes as he reacted quicker than anyone else to a loose ball into the back of the Railway net. The game settled down as both sides continued to attack, but it was Strollers who scored the next on 39 minutes thanks to a recent signing Ryan Silvertoe. The second half saw Railway make a change with player manager Simon Booth going in goal. Lee Torn got a goal back for Railway 6 minutes into the second half, scoring direct from the corner. Railway kept pushing for another goal but struggled to create any clear-cut chances. Booth made a great save to keep it at 3-1 and keep his team in the game, but it wasn't enough as the Strollers' defence held firm to secure their victory in all 3 points. This was a nice warm-up game for the up-and-coming Sub-Cup fixture that sees the teams meet and battling it out for qualifications into the semi-finals. And that concludes the Leek District.